Namaste, angels. I'm here to do my new moon in Leo reading. The last time I was here with you guys was for the love reading, or the love readings. I had to record twice the other day. I was using the same equipment I had used, pretty much immediately prior for the general reading, and prior to that for the client readings. And only the love readings had any kind of interference. However, there are some who would say that it was just the equipment. Well, let's see, because I'm using the same exact equipment today. I'm not concerned about it, though. I've done a lot of praying today, not over this reading necessarily, but in general, because I did a lot of the healings, and that, involves a lot of intercession and prayer. And I'm going to ask in particular for this reading that the universe accept my sacrifice, the sacrifice at my hands, for the praise and glory of his name, of her name, and for our good, all of us watching, and the good of all light beings. And just intend to have a really awesome reading. I'm beginning with Yin and Yang, card number 22 or 1111 from my Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. And I'm going to do my cross spread, but with the different placements that I did like 2 weeks ago, I think for a love reading. Yin and Yang in this deck, it's about what this time is about, really. And this year, the energy of 2017 being a one, it's about beginnings, sometimes several beginnings. And some of us are going to have several beginnings in our lives this year. That's what this card is about too. It's about finding the balance. It's about going within and, deciding what it is we want, from within ourselves, not having anything to do with any external forces. And that's what this new moon is going to be about to me too. It's about, it's a mixed message moon, really. It's like things that you had planned or that you've been thinking about letting go, or things onto which you've been thinking about holding. You need to do what's in your heart, because the external energy has the potential to be very, very confusing. And that's sort of what this card is about too. And opening two, Goddess of the Moon. She never fails to show up, but she's in reverse, unfortunately, right now. This is what she looks like when she's right side up. And of course, that has to do with surrender. Yin and Yang upright. Man holding a coin upright. I do also feel that this is going to be a very material and financially abundant time too. These next 2 weeks with this moon. And man holding a coin upright may be indicative of that. Yin and Yang back. One more. Ooh, hostilities upright. So we're still dealing with perhaps the energy of joy stealing, or the joy stealers, those beings, those people. And or this can be some fighting with ourselves. Again, there's a need to go within to make decisions. And there's a need to not just choose what is necessarily logical or seems to make sense, or what you think people want to hear, or what they would have you do or say. You're going to have to listen to and follow your heart. And especially with that hostilities opposite this card, I think it does have a lot to do, for most of us at least, with, internal conflict. Yin and Yang back. I'm going to cut. Victory in reverse. So this card is pretty much straightforward, actually. It is about celebrating one's accomplishments. And actually, I do see victory ahead for us, not just in general, but in the cards I was shown as I laid this deck here. When I go to the Angel Tarot, we're going to begin with strength, which makes a lot of sense for the sign of Leo. Strength in the tarot represents the sign of Leo. And I was shown that right behind it was the Six of Fire. So that made me happy. So I guess this is starting out now. We'll get to find out why, hopefully, during the reading, why it may have been upside down. But know that we have, victories within the mile, as they say. And our overall energy is first chakra, Archangel Michael. First chakra is the root chakra or the base chakra. It is upright. This means that, well, the base chakra, like, it controls our spine, our root, our footing, our stability. And this card indicates that even if we've been feeling unstable, insecure, not ready for prime time, that time of feeling like that is coming to an end, and Archangel Michael is here with us to help us through to victory. Now I'm going to lay one card here for the divine couple. Their recent past, blocks to their union, and the outcome. This is all, again, from the masculine perspective. I don't think I said that. The masculine's higher self. The near future. The what can the feminine do or contribute, a surrender. What is the masculine willing to do, contribute, or surrender? And the universe's advice, or what it would have us to do. Okay. The divine couple. Man holding a coin upright. So again, as I was predicting and feeling, this is going to be a positive and fruitful time of the earthly for both the masculine and the feminine, and the two of them together in many cases. So I want to do the recent past next. Yes. Okay, the recent past. Community. Some of us may have recently changed with whom or what we surround ourselves, and you know, improved upon our personal community. One of the blocks to the union. Broken heart in reverse. Now when this card is upright, it's about a need to go through like the motions and the pains, the ups and downs of the broken heart. Like we need to have our heart cracked open in order to be able to grow to a point where like love can pass both ways, which is a requirement. You have to be able to both give and receive, and you know the heart has to experience these things in order to really be able to be filled with like perfect unconditional love. Now with that in reverse, I don't really see it. It's like when you get something really positive as a challenge, right? In like a Celtic cross or something, or for example. This is a really good energy to me because we've been through that, that stage. And so like we're ready for more. And especially since we've changed with whom we surround ourselves, or with what we surround ourselves, we're trying to, you know, mind, body, spirit, get it all in alignment, get it all in balance, like that yin and yang card with which I started. Near future. I want to do that next. Hostilities. So maybe because of some of the changes that we have made that are for the positive, you know, misery loves company. People would rather see you do poorly. Even, you know, a lot of people don't want to see you do well. They don't want to see you successful. So be on the lookout for that in the near future. What can the feminine do or surrender or give toward this situation? Magician and the mirror. The feminine's got it all the way together. She can pretty much do anything. She's got all the tools in the toolbox that she could possibly need, want, desire to make her dreams, and the masculines even, you know, she can help him, not in a manipulative kind of way, but in a contributory kind of way, 50-50, make his dreams come true too. What's the masculine's higher self? What's going on there right now? Ooh, second chakra, Archangel Ariel in reverse. This also indicates a need to go inward. One's creativity can be blocked. We can also be blocked in the areas of intimacy, even sexuality, problems in that area, as they say, quote unquote, problems or issues with intimacy, maybe based on something that we've been through that caused the heart to break open. Now we're not necessarily ready to jump back in the saddle, as they say, where intimacy is concerned. It can also be a need to just heal and or clear, as in like to make new that chakra, which is the sacral chakra, maybe prepare it for your divine partner. One way that we can do that is to visualize Archangel Ariel surrounding you with her beautiful orange aura and light, calming you, healing you, sending you her energy, specifically to this area below your belly button, down to your, sacred space. And know that, closeness, intimacy can, is attainable for you. It's safe for you, like the romance card. It's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to experience. It can be comfortable for you. It can be loving for you, and you deserve it. Like we all deserve this sort of deep level of connection between ourselves and somebody about whom we care. So get ready for that. This can also have to do with like fear of entering a relationship, maybe. Again, perhaps because of the broken heart. But just, again, knowing the Archangel is with, Ariel is with us, and to surround ourselves with the orange. I surrounded myself with the orange. I got my nails done in orange and gold for both Archangel Ariel and the sign of Leo. And I figured I'd mix like Ariel and Uriel together. So that's why I have what I have going on. Yeah, I feel like for some of us, something that really put us off may have happened in the area of sexuality. But again, it's particularly crossing this broken heart, which gives us an indication that we've survived. Again, the hurt is behind us. This again, but takes us back to that energy of the new beginnings, and that you can have new beginnings in this area too. What is the masculine willing to do or surrender toward this during this period, this two-week period of the new moon in Leo? Woman holding a coin in reverse. Now this can have to do with a woman that doesn't mean him well. And I guess now he knows it and he's willing to rid himself of her. It can have to do with a lack of value in oneself too. So it can be a lack of value or belief, maybe confidence. So it can be connected back to this too, maybe because of hurt again, to the masculine, him willing to explore letting that go and taking another chance at love. I think somebody else may have devalued him, made him feel less than, unimportant, and that could have been what led to the broken heart for him. But again, being willing to let that go. Somebody could be using him for money, or could have been using him for money. Again, that could have led to the broken heart, and even to this blocked sacral chakra, because you can be afraid to, again, get back in the saddle again. You don't trust that you're loved. Just like you don't have to allow, again, you can cross, this is crossing like the community too. You don't have to allow yourself to be surrounded by other people's negativity and toxicity. So to whom, that applies. I think no matter how you look at it, it's about the masculine ridding himself of either a negative frame of mind with regard to himself and his confidence and his worth, or an actual person in his life who contributed to those feelings about himself. What would the universe do or add to this ask us to do? Indecision. We've got to make a decision. And I thought when I started, I thought I was going to start actually not with the strength card, but with the Two of Swords, which is about making a decision. And I said, this is because of the mixed signals. Again, we have, it's like, what do I do? What's the universe trying to show me what to do? Don't pay attention to that, because this can be, again, a very cloudy time. Pay attention to what's in your heart. That's what the universe would have us do as well. And the outcome. Goddess of the Moon still in reverse. Wow. Goddess of the Moon in reverse can have to do with like being in the dark, still some information that we need to come to light. Maybe failure to completely surrender, some sort of inner disconnect. Again, it's similar to, I guess it's keeping in theme with all the other cards, with the balance, the yin and yang, and this broken heart and the need to be hopeful and moving forward. It's all about being able to go within. Being able to go within because you have a desire like to know your purpose and your truth or the truth. Again, you feel like disconnected, you feel in the dark, you feel confused, you're getting mixed messages from the universe maybe. You could just be worrying and paranoid, again, maybe about money, not realizing that it's the money team for these 2 weeks. We're going to be good. You know what? It's like fear is blocking you from yourself, from your own like best self, your own truth, your own internal guidance, your intuition, your higher self. These two kind of go hand in hand. This is upside down, so your higher self is upside down, or vice versa. And, you just need to be still and listen. Try to hear. All right, let's go to love now. Some of this was like, I felt like I was up and down again. Let's go to love now. One thing that I always see positive, even though she was reversed, the moon, goddess of the moon, absolutely never, ever fails to show up in my moon reading. Never. Oh, and I forgot. The overall energy was the root chakra upright. So we're going to be fine. I mean, not that I didn't feel that already from that spread. But it always gets to me when I feel like the masculine is so down, and lacking in confidence in himself and what he's able to achieve or going to be able to achieve. This makes me feel a lot better. Seeing Archangel Michael here standing upright and at the ready, ready to lead his army and all of that. Okay. Now I'm going to do my traditional placements with the love, the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels, beginning with engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And opening to this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you see. Engagement. Release your ex, though. She may be that woman holding a coin in reverse. The time has come to clear your energy. Engagement. Calling in your soulmate. Cutting the zero, getting with the hero. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Engagement. And passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Engagement. I'm going to cut. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. This, of course, could very well be connected to release your ex. And again, that could be connected to woman holding a coin in reverse. The overall energy is you deserve love. You are lovable. And this card being very Sagittarian for me, and Cupid aiming the arrow of love there. The feminine with regard to herself as it relates to this moon period and the union. The masculine with regard to the feminine. Himself. The union overall. The overall energy. The outcome. What the feminine is willing to do and or surrender toward the union in this regard again. The masculine. And what the universe would have us do, the couple. Feminine with regard to herself, going within, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So we're going to be working on our yin and yang, or working on our goddess in the moon in reverse. The masculine with regard to us. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And you know what? My first thought, the first thing that popped into my mind is the masculine wants us, and this includes him. He wants us to stop putting even him before ourselves. And I have noticed this for a good while now. When I would have readings, for example, that some were, labeled to be about the divine feminine, because they were, like what we could, be doing to help ourselves, to improve our situation, what's going on with women, what went on with women, that came before us historically, and, what they did and how things turned out, all that kind of stuff. I'd label it like that, and I'd have one labeled about the masculine. At least like double the people who watched the one about the feminine would watch the masculine. And I'd say, I'd ask on my Facebook page and things like, do we not care about ourselves, about what we as the feminine are supposed to be doing? Or, this has all been done before. Why are we more concerned with the masculine? And even he's seeing it and saying it here. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. He is more attracted to you when you are also valuing yourself the way he does. When you're giving yourself the nurturing that he would give you, if he felt worthy enough to do so himself. He wants you to feel that way about you on your own. The masculine with regard to himself, as it relates to the union, worth waiting for. Don't give up on him. He's working on it, and when he's really ready, he's gonna, knock your socks off. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And the masculine with regard to the union as a whole, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Overall, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And I did feel, just like a breeze just now, and that for some of us, this is the divine couple. And it's because we have to retreat like the feminine is doing. But again, we both have to do this. In other cases, this is for people who are still making the decision about what they wanted to let go or what they wanted to pull in, and, working on that. And so they will, them and their partner may actually come together as opposed to separating or remaining in separation during this period. The outcome, engagement is back. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment in any case. What would the masculine have the feminine to do or surrender toward this? Playfulness. Lighten up, ladies. Or gentlemen of the, divine feminine persuasion. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. What is he willing to do and or surrender toward the union during this period? Boom. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And I'm getting dual meaning about this too. Yes, it's an awesome card. It applies to the divine feminine. He's willing to, again, do what he has to do in order to make the connection with her. And it's going to be worth waiting for. He has real romantic feelings that he wants to explore. His love life is in ascending to a higher level of commitment. At the same time, it also has to do with releasing a soulmate that is not the divine partner. Dual meaning for this card here. And what would the universe have us to do and or surrender toward the union this week? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Now, I'm going to go on to, I just don't want to waste any time. I'm going to go on to another spread. Beginning with strength, Archangel Ariel is back. Okay, she was here a minute ago with the sacral chakra, and she's back. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, instead exercise some forgiveness and compassion. Opening to the world with Archangel Michael. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude in the path toward enlightenment. The world is a 3, so it can very easily, for me, have to do with what I call a party of 3, which may be romantic, but not necessarily. This involves 3 different energies, often 3 actual people. And the world itself, for me, is not so much about, like, the world is at your feet. You know, the world is your oyster, like it is for many people. For me, it has to do with a new beginning. Yet again, being eased out of a difficult, a long, a trying, and arduous, situation, circumstances, relationship, and eased into a new one that is much more comfortable, much more befitting of you, makes you much happier. So this can be a job, this can be a relationship, combination of those, all those kind of things. And the strength to get through that period of where you're, being pulled out of something, to which you maybe had been accustomed. Sometimes we get used to where we work. We don't want to be there anymore, but we get used to it, or we get used to relationships. I'm used to this person, and we overstay our own personal welcome, that we would have set up for ourselves. We cross our own boundary by staying in something toxic too long. So we're being given the strength to move out of that. Strength. The 2 of water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, just like the engagement card indicated. Forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. Strength. And the 8 of fire. Events are moving at a fast pace. Delays are over and many things are happening at once. This card for me, especially in the Rider-Waite Tarot, also reminds me of Cupid and his arrows coming at you, or 8 in this case being propelled at a warp speed toward you. And it can mean communication is going to be coming in too for us. I'm going to cut on this note. Whoa. The 4 of fire, contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. This can also have to do with, again, us entering commitment. The overall energy is balance or temperance, which represents the sign of Sagittarius, but can be here because of Leo as well, representing another fire sign, Leo, Aries. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. We're going to wait for perfect timing. So again, we're not going to, we're hopeful for a positive new beginning, and we're going to put into it what we need to put into it, and we're going to, allow for that divine timing too. Masculine is life experience, or the Tower with Archangel Chamuel, a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It's time to spread your wings. This significant life event can have something to do with that woman holding a coin in reverse, whether she's an actual person or woman or not. It could be a revelation, again, about himself and the need to pull himself up by his bootstraps, as they say, and look in the mirror that the feminine was holding up, the magician in the mirror, and recognize who he is. See the king on the other side. See the, the God, lowercase g, on the other side. And come to his senses, as they say. Surrounded by ego with Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of enchantment, being overly focused on material things and negative or fear-based thoughts. Ego represents the devil in the traditional tarot. And yeah, it is about like feeling as if you're immobile, you're stuck, you're stagnant, maybe because of a lack of, the earthly money, which it did seem the masculine was, concerned with that. Again, getting back to that woman holding a coin in reverse. Can have to do with that. It can also have to do with, feeling or being, at least in your own personal opinion, and an indication that, again, you need to go within, bound or tied to something. This can be connected to that world too. But feeling bound or tied to a circumstance, to a relationship or something, and you need out, you want out. Masculine subconscious. The world. Boom. Did I call it or what? A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude in the path toward enlightenment. All major arcana too thus far, by the way. The feminine. The three of water. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement. The need to have more fun. I think that this is what it is for most of us. It's that last one, the need to have more fun, which is why the masculine recommended for us before playfulness and to recapture romance. Look to your inner youthful self and allow it to shine. The feminine is surrounded by the wheel with Archangel Michael, a time of positive change, not unlike the Eight of Wands that was here before, which is about positive change. And we had been stagnant, maybe like the devil, which it mirrors here, but all of a sudden we're moving. Right? Situation suddenly moves forward and fortune is on your side. This also supports the man holding a coin upright, that things are going to be fine in the areas of the material. In the feminine subconscious, the magician, boom, yet again with a magician, you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them, and life is magical. Only one minor arcana card thus far. We have 6 cards showing they are all major arcana. Crowning the union, the Queen of Water, who is tenderhearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. She's also a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Maybe Pisces, maybe having something to do with, for example, Chiron, the wounded healer, retrograde in Pisces. Because he would be feeling bound and it's crossing this Queen of Water. Possibility. Relationships develop to a new level. So very much also like the engagement again. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. Didn't I say the feminine, the masculine wanted the feminine to nurture herself, to love herself first, put herself forward. He's going to do the same. But again, this is shared. So this is for us to do it too, just as he suggested and desires. At the root, the Knight of Fire, who's passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. This could be the Leo, or maybe an Aries or a Sagittarius. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. It's not a mistake here that it's crossing the wheel. It's crossing the devil. All of a sudden, something that was stagnant is no longer stagnant. It's moving. All of a sudden, something that was stagnant is no longer stagnant. It's moving. And we have the Knight of Fire to thank for that. At the heart of the matter, the Dreamer with Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith. Follow your dreams. That leads to unexpected opportunities. I was going to say beginnings because we're back to that with which we started. The energy of new beginnings, which I was talking about before. In addition to that, this card in particular, in this deck in particular rather, represents for me the planet Mercury, and thereby the signs of Gemini and Virgo. So one of those can be particularly impactful upon your life during this period in time. Again, here you have a water sign that may be an actual person as a court card, particularly impactful upon your life, a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Here you may have an earth sign, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. So now we got like double Virgo energy sitting next to itself. Here with the wheel, we could have a Sagittarius, a Leo, a Scorpio, a Taurus, or an Aquarius. And this is, oh, okay, I was going to say this is the only air, but I forgot the Dreamer is, again, Virgo and Gemini for me. Knight of Fire, a court card, can also be an actual person, a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And the Magician, for me, associated with Gemini, the not only mutable, but dual sign. So mutable makes it possible for Geminis to take on any trait of any zodiac, not unlike Pisces and Virgo, and Sagittarius. But to add to that, we also have the duality. This card represents for many, however, other than me, water signs, to take us back up here. Now, I want to clarify these, not necessarily clarify, but maybe get more information to what this deck might add to it. And it's my Angels of Abundance deck, because I felt, again, that this was going to be a good week in the financial and the material for us. And so far the spreads have indicated the same. So I just was feeling that I should pull out my Angels of Abundance cards by Doreen Virtue and, you know, see what they would add to this reading. Beginning with attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So this can apply to people, and this can apply to things that we're trying to manifest as well. Opening to the power of prayer. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. So don't just ask the universe for answers. Feel and know that you've received them and then ignore them, is what it's saying, which is what I was saying before too. We're going to ignore the external forces and look within, and, you know, to our personal prayer, to our talking to our angels, to what our heart says. That's what we're going to follow. Power of prayer. Opening to windfall of abundance, like the wheel. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to giving and receiving, and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Power of prayer. Go one more here. Release resentments about money. Yes, masculine. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you to attract support and golden opportunities. Release resentments about money. I'm going to cut. Yes, I just wanted to use this deck for the reasons that I told you, but also to be using cards other than those for which I'm going to use the weeklies. I'm going to do the weeklies with, which is not long after this. Release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's success inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. The scriptures say the same thing for the same reason, like that thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's stuff. Stuff, person, right? Man, woman, belongings, all that kind of stuff. Instead, focus on your priorities, not what the next man has. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them time and attention that they deserve and that you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you to feel better and more confident. And what popped into my head just now was exercising. So that applies to somebody, including myself. That's a priority, and just giving that at least a few minutes a day, you'll be happy that you did. Here atop the tower is that attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying the chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy, masculine. That's maybe the revelation to which you come. Atop ego, or the devil. Visualize abundance in all forms. So you don't have to feel stuck in lack. You can manifest your own abundance. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. Here atop the world, quiet retreat. This can help you to move from one phase to the other, right? That's what the world is about for me. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings about your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Feminine, top your 3 of water. Sever vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. This is going back to what the masculine was saying about us again, about the way we value ourselves and the way we see ourselves and making ourselves important. We tied ourselves possibly to lack in another lifetime and to, unimportance. So now's the time to cut that. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone and everyone involved in all directions of time. Here atop the wheel, and things going in our favor, take a divinely guided chance. What is the wheel about if not chance and fortune, right? It's like going to play the slot machines. This is the perfect card to top it with. Not surprising, with the angels laying our cards for us. All positive change. Okay, can I just tell you? Positive change. Positive change. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you're ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, I was not talking about this before, we get used to people, we get used to things, circumstances, we got to let it go. They're no longer appropriate for us. We got to make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Something was stuck, it was stagnant, now it's moving in a positive direction. Here atop the magician and this manifesting feminine, raise or promotion. Amen. Congratulations. An increase of abundance flow awaits you. This is as a result of your positive focus, manifesting, focusing on one, watching our thoughts. The number 1 means that we need to watch our thoughts because they're becoming our reality. So we're getting this increase in our abundance flow because of our positive focus, our positive thoughts, and willingness to take action based on our divine guidance, to pay attention to it and follow it. That was the need for the retreat. Keep up the good work. Crowning atop the Queen of Water. Face your financial fears. When you're honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts themselves as well. Here atop the Knight of Fire, pay yourself first. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you're paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. And here at the heart of the matter, atop our new beginning that we need to jump towards a brand new path with the Fool, is partnership. Booyah! Allow helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So here again with the Fool, with the Dreamer, which is starting from 0, a brand new path. We're starting on that path with someone. This can be romantic partnership. This can be entering commitment, same way the 4 of Fire was. This can be, again, where our relationships were stagnant between the devil and the wheel. They were stagnant. They are now moving. They're able to move now because we're moving into a different energy. We're leaving this energy of the wheel. We're manifesting what we want into our lives. And so brand new partnerships in all areas. This can be business. This can be love. This can be relationship, commitment. This can be combinations of those. Boom. I shuffle these up in my hand for a second. So the new overall energy is reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now I'm going to do the same with these energy cards. And the new overall energy here is the 6th chakra with Archangel Metatron. This is in reverse. This is the 3rd eye chakra. And when this card is in reverse, it indicates a need to get focused, like we're confused, we're all over the place. So it's more of the same theme that we've been on throughout the reading, of a need to go within and to figure things out, maybe to let go of some outdated beliefs that have been stunting us, some outdated relationships, toxic situations, change our community, all that kind of stuff, so that we can see straight, like almost literally see straight. This is the 3rd eye. So something has caused it to become blocked. Something has caused us to become blind, and that's what we got to clear out. Other than that, from this energy oracle card from Sandra Ann Taylor to the masculine, love seeing this for you guys. This is about what it looks like. It's like, oh, and you know what? We got like double temperance basically here, with this temperance being our overall energy from the Angel Tarot, and now the Angel of Balance. This is about wanting to find our space, and I love this like new moon image here for this moon reading. This is an indication of the masculine coming together. So we saw in the first spread that he's working through stuff. This is more indication of the victory, at least for me. For the feminine, the Angel of Love in reverse. Wow. This may have to do with the separation that some of us will be in. This may have to do with the separation that some of us will have been in prior. And although we are coming out of it and we are going into reconciliation, you know, as we ease into that, there's a longing, there's a disconnect with love, like there's fear and all that kind of stuff associated with that. And that's why the Angel of Love in reverse. But I wasn't expecting that, and it kind of bothered me to see it. From the romance angels to the masculine, Doreen Virtue, romance angels, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Romance angels to the feminine, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So we could be fearing stuff like that. The coming back together, like, now what? Am I ready? You know, we want these things and we long for it so, and then it's here and it's like, I don't want to mess it up. That type of thing. From the angels to the masculine, the Empress with Archangel Gabriel, lavish abundance. Money, 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 money all over the place. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. The Empress also having to do with just feeling, again, uplifting you, feeling confident about yourself, maybe looking good, feeling good, all that kind of stuff. And where you don't, yeah, there's a need to treat yourself, to nurture yourself, to lift yourself up so that you do. You can get there. Angels to the feminine. Oh boy. It's the 9 of air. Just what I was talking about. Worry maybe about coming back together from separation, or worry about going into separation for some. Expecting the worst in either case. Self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. This is not watching our thoughts. This is the opposite of this. And from the abundance angels to the masculine, successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom God gave you, that of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into a reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to you. And I love seeing this for you, masculine, with the Empress, which is all about abundance too. And by the way, represents the signs of Taurus and Libra. So it can be, you know, one of those people or somebody taking on those traits that helps you to gather and achieve this funding. And feminine, for us, lastly, ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. I bet you guys enjoyed our new moon reading. I will be back, God willing, with the weekly general reading and the weekly love reading. Namaste, angels.